It's kind of interesting what a day's difference makes. It's sort of like how we looked yesterday. You know, I think the one thing that you underestimate with Stephen F. Austin is they do push the ball pretty well. You know, they're going to test you to make sure you get back. And I thought a couple of our, you know, our younger post guys who just, you know, didn't quite understand maybe how to get back on Taylor Smith. And just, you know, the margin was 14 at the half, and he had 14 points. We did a pretty good job in the second half, but they pushed the ball. Our turnovers, only 5 in the first half, seemed to be terrible in the sense that they led right to runouts and scoring opportunities for them. And so their defense turned into some offense, and that gave them a little bit of breathing room. And, you know, the pace of the game we didn't adjust real well to. You know, at the beginning of the game, for maybe the first 10 minutes or so, I thought it was a great pace, and I thought we were fine. But some turnovers, some missed opportunities. You know, there was a stretch there where we had 3 or 4 attacks of the goal, and the ball just went in and out. And you know, if we had kept pace, if we had kept it maybe the margin at 8 instead of 14, but we didn't, and you know, that gave them confidence, and they started to loosen up a little bit. I think if we had kept the game relatively close, I wonder if, as the game went on, if it would have worked in our favor. But once they got that little surge, I think they loosened up a little bit and got some confidence back.
They do a good job, you know. They know I like to penetrate, so they keep guys rotating, keep guys moving, and we try to set ball screens. They did a good job of double teaming me out the ball screen, forcing me to pass the ball. So, I mean, they're a good defensive team, you know, hats off to them.
It's been my privilege to be around him for 5 years. My biggest disappointment is when I recruited him, I told him we'd go to an NCAA tournament. We got to the semifinals twice, and I'm very disappointed that I wasn't able to deliver on that. But he's done everything in his power to make that happen. And I just wish we could have put it together for one more day and gotten there. But there are a lot of teams that are saying the same thing right now. I'm extraordinarily proud of the progress that this team made. They kept our program relevant for another year. We were 1-8 at one point. We played the 3rd toughest schedule in the country. We've had extraordinarily bad luck with injuries, including Roosevelt Johnson this last week. Despite that, these guys have been great every day, and he's been an awesome leader. He's one of the best statistical players ever in the history of Southeastern. He's been one of the great guys to play in this league. So I'm very proud of that, and at least had that pleasure. And we'll have to come back another year and maybe sit at this podium and say, I wish we had gotten it with Brandon, but we're here with these guys.
It's kind of been up and down, you know. 2 years I kind of had to play through injuries. My sophomore year, I had to play with a torn meniscus. And last year, I broke my foot. You know, I really thought my career was over then. You know, I didn't know I was going to get my 5th year back until the day before I graduated. So, I mean, just to sum up my career, I really enjoyed the 3 full years that I really got to play. You know, Coach Wild, he taught me a lot. You know, coming out of high school, I could just play at one speed, and I was just fast. I mean, he taught me the game. He taught me how to play the point guard position. He just taught me how to become a better person off the court also. So, I mean, I'll forever cherish what he's done for me.